When a pope dies, the world watches, not just in mourning, but in anticipation. Because the death of a pope isn't just the end of a man's life. It's the closing of a chapter in church history and the beginning of an ancient ritual that stretches back over 1,000 years. Now, with the passing of Pope Francis, those rituals have been triggered once again. So what exactly happens when the Pope dies? Who takes over? What does the Church do next? And how is a new Pope chosen? Let's walk through one of the oldest and most secretive transitions of power in the world. The first step is confirmation, not just medically, but ceremonially. According to tradition, the Camerlengo, the Cardinal Chamberlain of the Holy Roman Church, must officially confirm the Pope's death. Historically, this involved calling the Pope's baptismal name 3 times, while gently tapping him on the forehead with a small silver hammer. Though this ritual has faded in practice, the principle remains. The Camerlengo must formally declare the Pope deceased. Once confirmed, he notifies the Dean of the College of Cardinals, and the Vatican begins informing the rest of the world. The Fisherman's ring, a unique gold ring engraved with the reigning Pope's name and a symbol of his authority, is then destroyed, usually in the presence of other senior cardinals. The papal seal is also broken. This isn't just symbolism. These acts signal that no new documents can be issued in the Pope's name and that the seat of St. Peter, the papacy, is now vacant. This period of vacancy is called sede vacante, Latin for the seat is vacant. It marks a constitutional pause in the Church. During this time, no major decisions or reforms can be enacted. The Vatican continues operating, but only for routine matters. The Camerlengo temporarily takes over the Vatican's day-to-day administration, but he does not become Pope, nor can he alter doctrine or appoint bishops. His role is strictly limited to organizing the transition. A special Vatican crest is also flown, known as the Sede Vacante coat of arms, featuring the papal umbrella and crossed keys. This visual symbol is used across Vatican documents and flags during the interregnum. And while the Church mourns, behind the scenes, preparations for one of its most dramatic traditions begin: the conclave. A pope's funeral is a highly formal and public event, rich in tradition and symbolism. Typically held 4 to 6 days after death, the body lies in state in St. Peter's Basilica for several days, where thousands of pilgrims line up to pay their respects. The funeral itself is a requiem mass, led by the Dean of the College of Cardinals. Heads of state, religious leaders, and Vatican officials attend. The moment reflects both personal grief and the global stature of the papacy. The Pope is traditionally buried in 3 nested coffins, the inner one made of cypress wood, the middle of lead, and the outer of elm or oak. Inside are placed a small pouch of commemorative coins, a copy of the papal pallium, and a document known as a rogito, a brief summary of his life and pontificate. Most popes are buried beneath St. Peter's Basilica, near the tomb of St. Peter himself, but the burial location can vary. Pope Francis may have requested something simpler or more personal. Roughly 10 to 15 days after the Pope's death, the College of Cardinals gathers for the most secretive political process in the world, the conclave. Only cardinals under the age of 80 may vote. They gather inside the Sistine Chapel, where the doors are locked, and no one leaves until a new pope is chosen. Each day they cast ballots in up to 4 rounds of voting. After each round, the ballots are burned. Black smoke signals indecision. But when a pope is finally elected, after receiving a 2/3 majority, then comes the moment. The newly elected pope is asked, "Do you accept your election?" If he says yes, the ballots are treated with a special chemical to produce white smoke, which rises from the chimney of the Sistine Chapel. And then comes the announcement from the balcony, "Habemus Papam," we have a pope. Moments later, the new pontiff appears before the crowd in St. Peter's Square, blessing the world for the first time. With the death of Pope Francis, the Church stands at a familiar crossroads, a time of reflection, of mourning, but also of decision. The process may seem steeped in ritual, and it is, but it also reflects something deeper: the continuity of a 2,000-year-old institution navigating change. A new chapter is about to begin, and once again, history is being written, in Latin, in silence, and in smoke, beneath the frescoes of the Sistine Chapel. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more.